Hello again! I have made it to Tasmania. It was 2 hours to fly from Sydney down to Tasmania, and then we still had to drive another hour from the airport to where my family lives. And it's kind of out in the country a little bit. And you can see I've got some new friends back here. They're chickens, although this is where it gets interesting. In Australia, we don't call them chickens. We call them chooks. Okay? That's a funny word, isn't it? Chooks. So we would spell that C-H-O-O-K. But when we eat it, they're called chicken. So we eat chicken, and their babies are called chicks, but these we call chooks. So bit of a funny thing. There's lots of words. We'll talk about that as we go along. Different words for the same thing between the United States and Australia. So that's one of the differences between the two countries, even though both countries speak English. So I arrived. Today is Thursday. I arrived on Wednesday, and I've since had a shower, and I've changed my clothes, and I still need to shave. Yeah, that looks a bit scruffy, doesn't it? But last night after traveling, so when I started traveling to when I ended traveling, from when I left my home in Rochester to when I arrived here, it took 38 hours. And in that time, because I don't really like sleeping while I'm sitting up, I think I only slept 1 or maybe 2 hours. And on the aeroplane, because it was so long, I watched 6 different movies. That's a lot of movies. But it's the only time I watch movies, is when I go on an airplane for a really long time. So I had a shower, and then I slept. I slept for 13 hours. Okay? That's a long time. 13 hours. So if I went to bed at 7 o'clock at night, what time did I wake up 13 hours later? See if you can tell me that in the comments. All right. So now we've been hanging out with my brothers and my sisters and all of their children and spending time with the chooks. It's about 55 to 60 degrees here at the moment. And it's, like I said the other day, it's autumn or fall, so it is getting colder. It never gets as cold as it is as winter in Rochester. However, there are mountains. Behind me is the south, and that in the inside of the island, in the middle of Tasmania, there are mountains. It gets cold and snowy up there, but here where we live, near the beach, it doesn't get anywhere near as cold as it does in Rochester. So today it's a little bit wet, a little bit grey, and about 60 degrees. And so that's probably not quite as warm as Rochester right now, but not a bad day. And so, all right. Well, I'll finish up here. I hope you're doing well, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.